Isaiah King Jr. and the Oakland Raiders have moved on to week number 11, and this week we're facing the Arizona Cardinals, who, surprisingly enough, are actually 6-3 too. But before we head into this week's game, we've got to focus on improving Isaiah up just a little bit. And a lot of you guys have noticed that he's been trying to truck over people and knock them down. So instead of spending this week's skill point on elusive or receiving, we're going straight to the power back where we are trying to run through our opponents. And Isaiah, let's see what he gets here. He's now a 70 overall in that category, and 86 overall altogether. He gets +1 in awareness, break tackle, carrying strength, and trucking. I like how that sounds. Now, Isaiah has been putting work all season long, but he is a couple of yards shy of hitting 1,000 on the year so far. And because of that, the young fella is ranked 4th in the MVP voting. His touchdowns, he has 5 rushing. If he can get that up a little bit and keep this pace that he's going on, he might just be the league MVP and the rookie of the year. And before we head out, Isaiah says, look, we got a little bit of a locker room change. If you guys have followed kind of the stuff that he's worn this season, he's been an Adidas guy for the most part, but he's going to rock the Nike Vapor Jet 4 black gloves. And then down here for his cleats, he's going to rock the Nike Alpha Menace Pros. I don't know what you guys think down below in the comments. Let me know and tell me if you want to see him rock a different cleat. Maybe we'll make an adjustment going into the following week too. We're heading to Arizona today and we're looking to dominate at the University of Phoenix Stadium against the Cardinals. And honestly, I'm more shocked that the Cardinals are 6-3 than anything in the season. I mean, our team, we've had our ups and downs. Most of our downs have been because of Derek Carr not being a very good quarterback, but our ups have been around Isaiah. Derek Carr has shown that he's been a fantastic Pro Bowl caliber quarterback at a lot of the times, but he'll be tested by the secondary. Tyrann Mathieu's not there anymore. Patrick Peterson obviously is still there. This defense is better than people expect, but we got to stop their offense because David Johnson, that dude's a stud. And one thing that happened this week is that Isaiah and David Johnson were kind of jawing at one another on social media. Isaiah said, look, I don't care how many yards you think you're going to get, I'm going to have double the yards by the end of this game. And look, that's a lofty statement. Isaiah, with that run, just crossed 1,000 yards this season. But to say you're going to have double the yards of David Johnson, who's one of the best running backs in the entire NFL, like, that's one heck of a statement. But so far, so good. We're here in a 3rd and 2. Isaiah's averaging about 4 yards per carry. Derek Carr is back here again all the time in the world. He finds Jordy Nelson across the middle, who has a case of the dropsies, and that's going to make it a 4th and 2, time to punt. Now, after Jordy Nelson dropped that ball, kind of the worst possible scenario happened. Arizona ended up scoring a touchdown, which means they're up 10-0, and that's really bad news for us because we do not want to be, oh my God, what a move by Isaiah. We don't want to be in a situation where we're down a ton early. And you might ask, why don't you want to be down a ton early? Well, if we're down a ton early, it means we have to pass the ball a lot more. And Isaiah's little social media beef with David Johnson goes down the drain because there's no way you're getting double his yards if we're passing double the time. So far, this drive is off to a pretty good start, though. We got 2nd and 7, Isaiah in the backfield, little play action fake. He ends up getting lit up. Derek Carr panics, and he still doesn't have a completion. So on 3rd down and 7, coach says, look, you haven't completed a pass yet, Derek Carr. Let's just do something simple here and get the ball in Isaiah's hands and let the young fella go to work. But Isaiah doesn't even attempt to catch that one, and it's 4th down again. So finally our defense comes through and they stop the Cardinals from doing anything positive. So we're going to get this punt down around the 21-yard line. Isaiah says, can a man get some blocking? Because no one even tried to pick up that guy. We've had really good success running the ball, and we've had horrible success passing because Derek Carr doesn't have a single completion. Now Isaiah's finding some room here. Guy in front of him tries to truck through him, and look at that. Working on it in between weeks, and it worked well. And look, Isaiah's showing right now, if Derek Carr can't figure out how to throw the ball, then Isaiah can figure out how to run it. No problem. I mean, he's having some of his best yards per carry averages this early in the game right now. And then as we say that, we get killed in the backfield. 2nd and 12 now. Derek Carr again. Still looking for his first completion so far in the game, and we are in the 2nd quarter. Ball across the middle does go to Carrier. Carrier's going to catch that one, but he only gets about 4 yards. 3rd down and 9. We have not converted a single 3rd down to my knowledge right now. Now Isaiah's rolling. This ball is thrown poorly. It's going to be caught, but it looks like it's ended up being incomplete. Feet were not down, and we're punting again. Arizona gets 3 more points on the board, and look, Oakland, this has not been their best game by far. Isaiah's going to keep running the ball, but they have got to get points at some point here in the future. 2nd and 7. Derek Carr is getting a chance to throw it a little bit earlier in the drive this time. Little 3-step drop and a horrible pass that is batted around, almost caught, and I don't even know what just happened on that play. 3rd down and 7. We're almost at halftime, and this team is just struggling. Isaiah says, look, we just need something at this point. But finally, a 1st down. Martavis Bryant gets the catch, and there's a positive light shining for Oakland. 1st down is in motion. You're seeing Arizona move a safety up in the box. Isaiah says, don't worry, I'm going to run to the other side, and he can't quite get the movement going where he wants it, only getting 2 there. 2nd and 8. 2-minute warnings coming up now for Oakland. Got to get some points on the board and pretty fast. Isaiah says, don't mind me, another 1st down. Here from the 50, 2-minute warnings in the books. We're going to go out a little bit. Isaiah's wide open. He's going to get the ball. Spins back inside. Jukes the guy out of his shoes. Keeps him moving. And look at the young fella staying up on his feet for another 10-yard gain. At worst, Oakland needs a field goal here. I mean, they absolutely need to get a touchdown, but they need at least a field goal to make this one a little bit bearable. Isaiah's going to come out for a play here. Derek Carr with 5 wide receivers out there. Plenty of talent on the field for Oakland. Carr in the pocket, lost one up deep. He's going to got a guy open, and he overthrows Martavis again. We tried little passes, long passes, medium passes, and nothing can quite fit in the wheelhouse that Derek Carr is needed, and he throws him behind him Martavis. I don't really understand the rationale there. And now we're set up for a 51-yard field goal if we don't get any yards here. 3rd down and 5, under a minute left. We got all of our timeouts in case we want to stop them on defense. Isaiah's open here. Goes for the spin move, and we're going to lose yards down to 38. I don't know if we can even hit a field goal from here. So for the first time, I believe, in Isaiah's career, we didn't score a single point in the first half. We've got a double-digit deficit right now that Isaiah single-handedly might have to erase. And he's going to keep it moving. He's only going to get about 2 or 3 there. And we're slowly seeing Arizona kind of cramp the box a little bit and say, look, if you're going to beat us, you have to pass it. So we're going to see if Derek Carr can leverage something here. Again, an underneath route, nothing really big for him, but he does find Martavis for what should be a first down. Isaiah's back in the game now. Derek Carr moves back under center. Looks like a handoff to the right-hand side. Isaiah says, let me go to work here. Gentleman in front of him. The spin move is deadly. Didn't have a move after that one, but it still looked pretty good. And honestly, I don't know if we should chalk up this game's performance so far to the new cleats, the new gloves, maybe just the new swag that Isaiah's got, but the dude has played lights out so far. And the best part about it right now is that Isaiah's averaging over 5 yards per carry right now, which if he keeps that up, he'll be sitting pretty. Now, we had a lofted pass here to Jared Cook. I gotta give him props. Derek Carr, that's the best ball he's thrown probably all season. Whatever coach said at halftime, props to John Gruden, because I think it's actually working for the young quarterback. We're going back to the run. Isaiah's going to try to get that separation going. He does get about 6 there. We've seen Isaiah utilize a lot in the running game so far this season, and it looks like today's going to be no different. We're going back to the run here. Isaiah again with some room, and he stops short of the mark after only 2. Coach Gruden says, look, we're going to run with the young fella again. It's 2 yards. If our offensive line can get the push, we believe that Isaiah can get the yards. And look at this. Coach was right as Isaiah fights his way through, carrying multiple defenders down inside the red zone. You want to pass the ball in the red zone, but we've also seen that Derek Carr has made some really bad decisions in the red zone too. So Isaiah says, don't mind me, I'm gonna run over a couple defenders here, get us down inside the 10 to make it a little bit easier. Carr back under center. You got to imagine the Cardinals are thinking a run's possible here, but instead we're gonna go to the pass. Guy across the middle, and look at that, just as we talked about it, Derek Carr throws a pick. Maluga is gonna pick this one off. He's going all the way down. Can anyone catch him? Martavis Bryant is trying to get up to him. It's gonna be close. Bryant brings him down to 33, but Derek Carr doing Derek Carr things again in the red zone leads to a turnover. Something I've been hearing rumblings of is that Isaiah just isn't happy with how Derek Carr is playing. He says, look, either you get another quarterback or you get rid of me, because this dude is not playing like we need him to. But look at this. Derek Carr comes back, throws a dot to Amari Cooper, and just as he throws a bad pass, he doubles back up with a heck of a pass here. With Carr making passes like that, you have to wonder, where has he been the entire game? If he can throw dots like that on a whim, where has he been the rest of the afternoon? On 2nd and 4, we're going to go right back to Isaiah to close out the 3rd quarter. Isaiah sees some room. He's going to find his route, and Isaiah pushes back into the red zone again. Over 100 yards rushing. Everyone, and I mean everyone on the Raiders is nervous. Derek Carr in the red zone again has just not been good this season. So the offer to give him the ball is kind of crazy if you ask me. We got 2nd and inches. Isaiah has carried this team pretty much the entire game with positive yards, and Derek Carr has found ways to look great on a few plays and absolutely horrible on others. So Isaiah's looking to get to the edge here. He's an opportunity to turn the corner. He tries to truck through the defender, and they drop him at the 3. 1st and goal. Everyone has got to be anticipating the run here, but look, we're saying no. We're going to let Derek Carr throw, and Derek Carr almost throws a pick again. 2nd and goal from the 3. Carr under center, Isaiah in the backfield. The halfback toss is there. Isaiah's going to dance into the end zone completely untouched. Let the young fella eat. He says, finally, I'm in the end zone. It took forever. Derek Carr messed up a lot, but Isaiah says, look, I've cut this lead to basically single digits after this extra point. So wait a second. Coach Gruden says, look, we're not going to go for 1 here. We are absolutely going to go for 2. So Derek Carr is going to be in shotgun. Again, this is a dicey situation. He's going to move Martavis Bryant over. Isaiah's going to split out to go for a pass. Derek Carr is not going to get the pass off. He's hit as he throws, and we're still at a 10-point game. The team has a little bit of momentum now. Look, the defense stepped up. We didn't get the 2-point conversion, which we would have loved, but we ended up doing pretty well on defense to make things a little bit better for us as Isaiah returns that at the 23. 1st down, 10 yards to go from the 23. Down 10 points, 6 minutes left. Can we complete the comeback? That's what I want to know. So Isaiah says, look, just give me some block and I'm ready to go. The spin move looks too... Oh, the spin move, the juke move, and he gets forced out of bounds. Smart play by the young rookie running back. As the season has went on, Isaiah has just become a force to be reckoned with in the open field, and I'm honestly happy to see that development come through. Now Isaiah's wide open here, and Carr overthrows him slightly. Second down and 10, Carr back under center. Isaiah in the backfield goes to the play action fake. Isaiah's ready to throw a block. No one's there. The ball's on instead. Amari Cooper making moves, looking like a young Isaiah there, and we're inside the 40. Time is ultimately not on our side, but if we can get into the end zone again here pretty soon before 4 minutes, we're in a heck of a spot. Now Isaiah again looking to go, and he falls over his own man. Isaiah's going to try to get up, but that was unfortunate. Staying in the single back formation again, about 4:30 left. Isaiah's going to try to pick up the blitz. He does. The ball is thrown, and Derek Carr does it again. Isaiah goes in for a tackle here. He's going to get it, but Derek Carr throws another interception in today's game. If there's any good news that came out of that, it's just that, well, Arizona didn't really score. Outside of that, nothing positive came out of that play. Now Isaiah says, look, let me get out of here real quick. He's going to smartly get out of bounds, stopping the clock at about 3:43. Big thing our team has to do is just make them think we can still possibly run the ball. And that was smart there by Isaiah. He ran the ball to the outside, he got to the edge, and he shut him down. And Amari Cooper, big play there to catch that one at the 50. Back here on first down. We'll see Isaiah to the left-hand side. Cook's going to move out. Isaiah's going to take the handoff and gets negligible yards. If there's any good news, is that our team still has all of their timeouts right now. But the bad news is we have to rely on Derek Carr to hopefully get us out of this game. So 2nd and 7. Cooper in motion. Isaiah's back here. Isaiah can't pick up the blitz, and they're going to sack Derek Carr again. And on plays like that, you have to wonder, does Isaiah really not see that block, or does he just not really like his quarterback and hoping that a backup can come into the game? Now Carr's going to hoof one up, and you've seen it once, you've seen it twice, you've seen it a third time. An interception for the Cardinals off of Derek Carr. That'll wrap it up for today's game, and you got to imagine if Derek Carr could just be a serviceable quarterback, just manage the game properly, we'd have been fine. But the only touchdown we got today was from Isaiah on the ground. Over 100+ yards on the ground, a touchdown of his own. But John Gruden cannot be happy with his quarterback because he tanked this game for sure. Recapping the stats today, Derek Carr was basically a middle-aged man for his QB rating. He was 13-26 for throwing the ball for 180 yards, no touchdowns as you guys know, and 3, count them 3, interceptions. On the ground, Isaiah had 25 attempts for 133 yards, and that little bet that he had with David Johnson, well, he did have more yards, he just didn't double them like he said he would have. But if you have to imagine that if, Derek Carr had been serviceable, he would have been able to hold up his end of the bargain. In the receiving game, the best receivers for Oakland were Martavis Bryant, 4 for 50, and Amari Cooper, 3 for 79. Isaiah had 3 catches for 26 yards, but it didn't move the needle whatsoever today. You can tell that Isaiah and most of the Raiders are disappointed in today's loss, but look, you can't dwell on it too long. You lost to the Cardinals. It sucks. I get it. I know. But you got to hope that Derek Carr can be better, and if he's not, you got to take the game into your own hands.